Okay, now welcome in a Sigma Institute of Engineering, and today I want to explain, or I want to take the lecture related to this subject. This is the 7th semester of Civil Engineering Department, and this is the first lecture, and the first lecture having the introduction related to this chapter or subject. This is the design of reinforced concrete structure, is the name of the subject. You can say in a short form, that is DRCS, and for that the code is 2170607. And then our today's aim to introduce or introduction of whole syllabus in briefly, so you can understand what you will learn in this semester. So this, you can see myself, Vrajesh Patel. I am assistant professor in the Sigma Institute of Engineering, as well as I am a PhD scholar, and my topic is also of PhD is related to RCC, and my topic name is beam column joint for external of our G+50 building. Now, the syllabus of this subject, in this subject, the unit 1 is building layout and design. Before start this unit, today my aim is to tell you that what is in the chapter. So building layout, what is layout? Layout means you understand the plan. You draw the plan in AutoCAD as well as you can draw the plan in a manual. But that is, plan is not enough for our design. From that plan you must have to understand where the beam is there, where the column is there, where we are providing column in the construction, where we are providing the beam. The beam may be simply support, beam may be continuous. The slab having two type of slab, one-way slab, two-way slab, one-way continuous slab is there. So this is available in this unit. And then you can see design of one-way slab. We will design totally one-way slab in G+3 or G+5 like that. You can see the two-way slab is there. Then design of continuous beam, design of column, design of footing. Before start this chapter, you must have to remember in the previous semester, that means in your 6th semester, you studied the subject ESD, Elementary Structure Design. In that you studied two parts, one is RCC, one is steel. So from that RCC, you can understand the beam design, slab design, column design, every units are different in that subject. But in this subject, in a single unit, we will study whole that portion in a single unit. So you can understand that half of the ESD comes in a single unit. So at this time, the syllabus may be lengthy. So you must have to refer that ESD before start this chapter. Now, what is the second unit? From this onwards, all units new for you. I told you the first unit only comes from your ESD subject. Now, design of retaining wall. Before start this unit, you must have to know what is the retaining wall. The wall which are constructed or construct for retain some material. For example, you are construct a dam. So why we are providing the dam? To retain the water. Same way, somewhere for example, some hilly area is there, or maybe existing building is there, and you will start the new construction in nearby that building or attached with the building, but that building having the long life is completed. At that time you construct one wall is there, that is also somewhere you are providing the retain some earth material, at that wall is called the retaining wall. Now for that, in this unit you will study the two type of retaining wall. The first is cantilever retaining wall, and you know the cantilever means what? The bottom is fixed and the top is free. So that is the cantilever retaining wall. And the second one is counterfort retaining wall. Whenever your height required more, but it is not provided, whenever the construction is there, it is not, you can say the criteria or the condition is that it is not preferable to make the height more. At that time we provide the supports, inclined supports are there, and that is called the counter for retaining wall. Now the third unit is design of water tank. Now after see the water tank word, so think about that. The water tank is not look like our residential water tank in a terrace. There is a, you can say the 15 feet by 15 feet tank is there. Not like that. We have given in this unit the water tank which is available in a corporation. You can see the corporation water tank is there. Each and every area having the water tank through which the water supply to all these peoples which are living in that particular area. So that water tank may be available overhead, may be available in the ground. So that elevated water tank and the ground water tank, there are two types of water tank in this topic. So you can see these both are there. Underground water tank or overhead or elevated water tank. In the both the case, there are different shape is there. So you can see the rectangular water tank and circular water tank. So rectangular water tank and circular water tank, you must have to try to take the design purpose. So which size we are providing for rectangle, which size we are providing for circular, and what is the height of that wall, everything we will design in this unit. Now the next is instant. This is totally new. Maybe some 80 to 90% student aware from underground and overhead. But 80 to 90% having new, that is INS water tank, how it is. So I will discuss whenever I will start that chapter in detail. So now the fourth unit is design of flat slab. Now what is the flat slab? The definition you know, then and then you can understand to design that. So whenever you are going in a auditorium, you are going in a theater or the marriage hall, every hall having the length and width is more. And there is a no column in between there, and you can see the slab having no beam in between. That means from initial wall to the end of the wall, the slab having no beam, and without beam that slab is constructed, and that slab is called flat slab. So you can say in a technical word, the slab having no beam, at that time that slab is called flat slab. And where we are providing flat slab, where the room having the size is bigger compared to our residential room, or you can say the more length is required for the public purpose, for the meeting purpose, for everything. You can say the marriage hall also. So at that time we provide the flat slab. In the theater also the flat slab is there. Okay. So in the flat slab, without head and drop, what is head, what is drop, that I will discuss when I will start that unit. Okay, so with head and with drop, these two type of flat slab we will study in this chapter. Then the last is earthquake resistance design of building. Earthquake resistant design of building, that means what? Nowadays, before this month, you can see one earthquake was there and having maybe the value is 5.2 like that, and 10 kilometer is a center of that earthquake from our earth level. So that everything will help in our example also. And because of this chapter or this unit, you can understand what is the problem created during the earthquake and what is the criteria you must have to take in a design related to earthquake. So then and then you can able to stable that building or that construction against the earthquake. So I hope understand everything. These are the units, or this is your syllabus in your this subject. Now these are the codes which you will use during this subject. 456 2000 SP16. You can see the RCC code is 456. SP16 from where you are taking some data. This is earthquake code is available in this. Water tank code is also available in this. So every chapter, every unit having the different codes are there. And from that code we will take some data, theory as well as the formulas, everything. We follow the code and we took some data. We will take some data from that code. So this is your introduction. Now I would like to start today the first unit. The first unit is what? The unit 1 in this is building layout and design. Before start this, and I already told you in this chapter we will discuss about the, you can see where is the one-way slab, where is the two-way slab, where is the beam, where is the column, and what number indicate on that column and beam, like that. So you can see this is my first question to everyone, that is how to decide the given slab will be one-way slab or two-way slab. Of course you studied in the previous semester, that is for one-way slab Ly by Lx may be greater than 1 or greater than 2, less than 2. That is the theory that you understand, and then you can see this is your theory. Ly by Lx greater than or equal to 2, that is your one-way slab, and Ly by Lx less than 2, that is your two-way slab. So whenever the ratio of Ly by Lx exactly 2, so you can see the first one, that is one-way slab. And sometimes the student having doubts, sir, which value is Ly, which value is Lx. Maybe 3 by 4 meter size of your room, so which one is Ly and which one is Lx. If your room size is 15 by 12, so which one is Ly, which one is Lx. So for that I am giving you one example. This is 5 by 3, so which one is Ly and which one is Lx. So you can understand Ly is bigger, always bigger in our dimension. So can anybody tell me which one is bigger? So bigger is 5 meters, so that is your Ly. So you can see Ly is 5 meter, Lx is 3 meter. And what is the ratio between them? That is the ratio is less than 2. So whenever the less than 2, your slab is two-way. You can take the ratio of 5 by 2, you divide 5 divided by 3, that 5 divided by 3 you are getting 2.66. So that answer, 1.66. So 1.66 is your answer, and that answer is less than 2. So that's why that slab is two-way slab. Now this is another example, 2 by 6. So sometimes the student always try to take this, first one is Ly and second is Lx sometimes, and they are making, you know, the always first is Ly, second is Lx, first is Ly, second is Lx. Not like that. Here is not Ly is 2. I told you Ly is always more compared to both figure. Which one is more? 6 meter. So you can see 6 meter is your Ly and 2 meter is your Lx. So now you can see this is your Ly 6 meter and Lx is 2 meter. Now divide both. 6 by 2 you are getting answer 3, and 3 is more than 2. So your case is first one. So Ly by Lx is more than 2 in this last case, in this figure. So we must have to provide this type of slab as a one-way slab. So you can see the one-way slab is there. Now for shortcut, we are away from these rules and regulation. You can see this is the one shortcut. Your smaller dimension multiply by 2. Here I am taking same example. You can see here the smaller dimension is what? 2. Multiply by 2. What is there? 4. So 4 is less than of bigger dimension. If twice of this is less than of this dimension, again I am repeating, the 2 multiply 2. Why I am multiplying 2 with this? Because you can see smaller dimension. Smaller is 2. You multiply with 2 with this dimension, you are getting 4 answer, which is less than the other dimension, that means 6. So you can see bigger dimension is more in compare this case. So this slab is one-way slab, and you are already get this one-way slab. The same example you can see in this. Whenever you multiply with small dimension with 2, opposite of this. So you can see small dimension is 3. You multiply with 2, so 3 multiply 2, that is your answer is 6, which is more than your other dimension. So you can see 2 multiply smaller dimension is bigger than the bigger dimension which you have given. So that is called two-way slab, and already this is two-way slab. So I hope you understand what is one-way and what is two-way. Now what is next? So give me answer for this question mark. I already give you one example. You can see one example is already given. This is the symbol of two-way slab, and why it is two-way? I told you the ratio of bigger to the smaller, it is less than 2. that is your two-way slab. Again you can see 5 divided by 4, your answer is 1.25. So that is again two-way slab. Like that your answer is here. Now one more question, what is the answer of this OTS? Most of the classes, whenever I will ask the question related to this, the most of the students try to divide this divide by this or this divide by this, but they don't understand what is the full form of OTS. Full form of OTS is open to sky. That means there is a no slab at this level. At this portion there is a no slab. So don't try to find here one way or two way. So what is your answer? You can see this is your answer. So you can read properly, you can count properly, and you can understand the one-way slab and two-way slab where it is and why the OTS is there. You can see the OTS is here and OTS having a no slab. So I hope everybody understand this OTS is what is this OTS and why we are not providing this slab. Because OTS is open to sky. You can see at the level where you are standing there, you can see upward, you can see the sky, and that is called the OTS of your building. Okay. Now, what is the next? That is your homework. You can see this type of drawing. Please take your screenshot and you can draw this figure not to scale at your home, and you can solve this and you can mail or you can message me on my number. I will give you my number and mail ID also. So you can send me that and I will check and I will correct it. If there will be correction is required, so I will correct it and I will send back to you that correct answer. Now, what is our aim to find in our example? Now, I would like to start the example. Before that, I want to give one step by step. Before start this lecture, I would like to introduce which code we will use. In this chapter, we will use the code IS875. IS875 is available in old code also, in the new code also. But nowadays, most of the university or most of the lecturer or most of the field where the structure is there, they are using new code. So we will try to explain everything. We will try to solve this example by using new code, and the new code name is IS875 2015. So please bring that code in a soft copy or hard copy, and then you can understand in this chapter. So today I would like to stop here the lecture. In this case, I would like to start the new topic or related to this example, but before that you must have that code, and for that code you can take the download from the Google also, or you can take from your seniors also. That is your side. Now, today what you studied, just briefly, and I am going further, that what you studied today. This is our today's introduction. You know the syllabus. This is the syllabus, this is the codes. From the syllabus, each and every unit having different codes. Whenever which unit I will start, before that I will tell you this code is required for this unit. So you will be prepared for that. Whenever I will start, before that you have that code. Okay, so this is your syllabus. From that I started the first unit. The unit name is, that is your introduction, that is building layout and design. And from that, what is one-way slab, what is two-way slab, and for that I already gave you one example, second example, the both example you can understand. This is the theory which is available in your ESD also, and this is the shortcut method. You can understand directly that you can multiply with this, because this is why this is required, because sometimes you are there where you want to find one-way slab and two-way slab, but you will have not the calculator. So without calculator, how to calculate this one-way slab and two-way slab? That's why this can be helpful to you. And this is your question, what we discuss, why one-way and why two-way, and this is your answer, and this is your homework. So I hope everybody agree with this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you.